morning everybody. My today's lecture is a cloud computing workflow. Last day I have discussed about the cloud computing major components. Now how this major components actually works. First we have to request for a service from the service catalog from the service provider. So it based upon your what type of service provider you are choosing. Suppose you are choosing Microsoft Amazon AWS. Now I am opening the Amazon AWS. Here it is showing that the large numbers of services are there. Some of the services are the computing service, some of the services are storage, database service, developer tools, management tools, machine learning, analytics, mobile services, and apart from this, some of the services are the basic services and some of the services are the top up services. So which are the services are the basic services? Creating an instance in EC2 or creating a storage, that means what are the services you are requesting from your base level, that is from the hardware platform. All those services are the basic service, and on top of that, if you are creating any platform, and on top of the platform, if you want some specific customized applications like machine learning, AWS deep plans like this, these services are the top of services that are requested in Amazon in a service request. Now from this service catalog we have to choose the services. Now based on the chosen services, we will go for the other services like the self-service portal. So in the self-service portal, you select for those services and give a service request that I need these services. And if the basic service platform is already created, in that case you don't need for the other services. Otherwise, if the basic service platform is not created, in that case you may have to go for the creating those basic services. In Amazon AWS, suppose the basic service is EC2. Now I am clicking at EC2 to start with my basic services. Now as the net is little bit slower, that is why it is not starting. Now in my basic services, you can see here that I have a 0 running instance and one volume is there because I have created one storage space, but I have not started any instances. So you can launch an instances from here, and based on your instances means basic servers you are creating. That server may be the Amazon Linux AMI, or you can create a SUSE Linux server, or you can create a Red Hat server, or you can create a Ubuntu server also. All are in the kind of free tier eligible list, and you can also select that whether that server is a 64-bit server or a 32-bit server. And not only that, you can increase the memory size also, you can increase the storage size also, you can select your virtual CPUs also. Not only that, whether the basic hardware platform, that is your CPU, memory, or the storage, whether you want to create it in specific locations, that also be possible. So these are the different types of services that are created by your systems. So after creating these services, now you go to the next step, that is the service request. Now you are requesting for the services. So service request doesn't mean that the creating only the server instances. Service request means that after creating the services, whether those services are approved by your manager or not, and that can also be done automatically. Now suppose you are the manager. In that case you can create the instances, and based on the instances you can create the number of projects also. And not only that, here you can create the instances for the server, you can create the projects, you can modify the projects, you can create users for the projects, you can give authorization. That means whether they are able to make any modifications to the projects, and if he is from the client side, who can view the projects but who cannot change anything from your projects, that also you can give. So you can give the authorization and access privilege, access privilege to the projects, sorry. You can restore a projects, backup a project, even if you want, you can delete a project. But whatever things you do, one thing you have to keep it in mind, that if it is not in use, better to stop that projects. Otherwise what will happen, that you will be billed every time. So after creating the projects, let us go for the next step. It is not visible, so let us make it a little bit smaller, so that it may be visible with respect to my screen. So my next step is the service provisioning. So in the service provisioning, what should I do? That I will constantly keep on monitoring that what are the services are there and whether the services are utilized properly. If my utilization is less than 30%, that case what I have to do, I have to stop some of the instances, because it is unnecessarily increasing my bill. And if my utilization is greater than 80%, that case better to go for another instances, or you should upgrade your size of the instances, so that it should run smoothly. So the utilization level should not go beyond 80%, or should not go less than 30%. Okay, that will optimize your infrastructure. So you have requested your service, you have scaled your services, and after that you have optimized your entire infrastructures, basic infrastructures. Now it will go to the chargeback and metering based on your services. That one invoices will be generated to you at the end of the day, and it will be sent it to you to your billing dashboard. I will show you my billing dashboard. This is my Amazon account. So in my account, if I go to the billing dashboard, it will show that how much have been billed, and your billing may be prepaid or postpaid. In this case, already I have some prepaid amount is there, because I had some prepaid coupon. So from that prepaid coupon, it is already shown that how much bill is there. Today I have already incurred 0 INR as a bill. Now they will show my bill budget. Let us go to the budget. Not in the budget, I think it should be consolidated billing and credit, and the consolidated, not in the consolidated billing, is the credit. So in the credit, you can see that already I have used $106 of credit vouchers. I have the credit remaining of 143.75, and if you want to see the complete list of billing, that also you can see. And if you want to restrict your budgets, that also you can do it from your budget section of your billing dashboard. So in my budget section, it is already I have created one budget, that EC2 usage budget. Current budget is $0.03 and forecasted is 0.55, and my budget is $10. And it is also written that if my current budget increases more than 50% of the budgeted limit, that case it will give me a notification, so whether you want to continue with that budget or you want to stop your work, and they will send you one mail also. So based on your chargeback, you can have an option or to screen that whether you need some more spaces or more instances, or you can scale down your number of instances. That means the budget input will go to the self-service portal again, so that you can take another decision whether you should go for the another instances or you should stop the current instances. That's it for today, and thank you for watching this one.